Exclusive, the Hollywood bombshell that transforms everything. Alex, Eala, and Thor. Stop what you're doing, tennis enthusiasts. Welcome back to Cortiva Tennis, the place to go for the sexiest serves, the most outrageous volleys, the biggest upsets, and now the most amazing Hollywood crossovers in sports history. Inhale deeply, grab some popcorn and perhaps a drink of water, and get ready for an unexpected narrative. You will be unable to stop discussing it with your friends, co-workers, or even your grandmother when you hear it. Forehands, breakpoints, grand slams, WTA rankings, and the drama that only the best tennis can provide are often the topics of our attention. However, we're taking a different route today, leaving the court completely and going directly to the red carpet. The emerging talent who has been destroying the WTA rankings with unparalleled accuracy, Alexandra Eala, the pride of the Philippines and a phenomenon at the Rafa Nadal Academy, recently made a shocking declaration. Furthermore, neither a racket agreement nor a new coach are involved. This has nothing to do with moving to a different training base. We can't fathom our world without Alexandra Eala, Hollywood, and a certain god of thunder. This is a greater crossover event that we didn't realize we needed. Since this reveals background helps it feel genuinely theatrical, let's set the stage correctly. Imagine turning a page in Harper's Bazaar that makes you shiver. You might be anticipating editorial covers, high fashion, melancholy perfume advertisements, and a supermodel gazing off into space. Alexandra Eala is there, beautiful, calm, and effortlessly iconic. However, she is not discussing clay against grass or her next competition. She is talking about a large-scale Hollywood film, not a little independent endeavor. Her co-star, Chris Hemsworth, who recently starred in the films Thor, Extraction's Tyler Rake, and Crime 101's Mike Davis. Take a moment to process this. Chris Hemsworth, who has appeared on screen alongside Scarlett Johansson, Natalie Portman, Cate Blanchett, Mark Ruffalo, and others, referred to a 20-year-old tennis star from the Philippines as the perfect choice, calling her brilliant on the court and magnetic on screen. Not encouraging. Not a nice angle for sports. Magnetic. In addition to calling Alex Eala promising, Chris Hemsworth described her as magnetic. That's A-list jargon, the language of someone who has been in enough big-budget movies to know what it takes to light up a screen, and he thinks Alex has it. To be honest, we've gone insane along with the rest of the internet. However, if you are wondering, who exactly is Alex Eala, and why should I care? After discovering this tale via the Hemsworth rabbit hole, I'll paint the picture. Alexandra was born in Quezon City, Philippines, on May 23, 2005. Her mother, Riza, was a competitive swimmer who participated in the Southeast Asian Games. Therefore, she grew up in an elite sports household. Although the DNA was present, Alex's use of it is remarkable. She relocated to Spain as a young adolescent to train at the esteemed Rafa Nadal Academy in Manacor, where she was taught discipline, grit, and unwavering mental toughness by one of the greatest clay court players of all time on the same courts as the world's best young talent. And she fulfilled all of her commitments. She took home the Australian Open Junior Doubles title in 2020, the Roland Garros Junior Doubles title in 2021, and the US Open Junior Grand Slam Singles title in 2022, which moved the country to tears and prompted watch parties all over Manila. The ability to adapt that skill to the demanding, harsh, and punishing world of professional tennis, a game that eats up up-and-coming stars and throws them out, is what sets great juniors apart from legends. The schedule, travel, pressure, and consistency demands of the professional tour are so severe that they break most players. However, Alexandra Eala remained unbroken. She rose up the WTA rankings gradually, steadily, and systematically. She also won ITF championships and made waves at major tournaments by defeating opponents who were significantly more experienced than she was. Then, in 2025, things went haywire. She upset Yelena Ostapenko, Madison Keys, a Grand Slam winner, and Iga Swiatek, the world number 2 and one of the most powerful players in women's tennis history, at the Miami Open while playing as a 140th ranked wild card. She became the first Filipino to ever advance to a WTA 1000 semifinal after winning back-to-back matches. She later advanced to her first WTA Tour final at Eastbourne, won her first WTA 125 title in Guadalajara, and defeated Clara Tauson to become the first Filipino to win a Grand Slam singles match at the US Open main draw level. She achieved a career-high rating of number 50 in the world by the end of 2025. She then reached the quarterfinals of the Abu Dhabi Open, a WTA 500 event, where she pulled off a stunning comeback from 0-4 down in the deciding set before losing to second seed Ekaterina Alexandrova. She also made it to the semi-finals in both singles and doubles at the Auckland Open, her first Australian Open main draw, and the first Philippine Women's Open held in her home country in front of her people. Her ranking rose even more as a result of that run, solidifying her position as one of tennis' most promising young players. Alexandra Eala's narrative takes an even more exciting turn as she reaches a career-high position of number 45 in the world, this time in Hollywood. Alex adds athleticism that skilled actors just cannot match, and modern action movies require their stars to give genuine physical performances rather than relying only on stunt doubles. If she plays a key role in an action-adventure story, such as a spy, soldier, or survivor, viewers are going to witness something truly unique. Hemsworth in full action mode with a co-star who can actually keep up. It's a sci-fi project with the most outrageous theory ever. Hemsworth is the sole cast member announced for his untitled Apple Original Films film, which is advertised as a high-octane sci-fi mystery adventure based on a short tale by Jonathan Tropper. Could Alex be the second? An unconventional, groundbreaking casting decision that may take both Hemsworth and Eala's careers in a daring new path would be a science fiction adventure in which they navigate remarkable situations together. The fact that the phrase, groundbreaking, has already been employed indicates that this is not a safe, traditional undertaking but rather a risky, innovative leap. Furthermore, history demonstrates that audacious decisions may become legendary. Let's pause to acknowledge this story's representational element. Starring beside one of the biggest performers in the world in a huge Hollywood movie is not just a career milestone for a young Filipino lady, but it's also a cultural earthquake. With over 10 million members dispersed throughout the US, the Middle East, Europe, Asia, and Australia, the Filipino diaspora is renowned for its pride, joy, and ferocious support. When Eala won the US Open Juniors or defeated Iga Swiatek in Miami, we witnessed that pride burst. Now picture that energy focused on a movie theater, hashtags trending globally, cosplay at premieres, community watch parties, and families purchasing tickets many times. Seldom does Hollywood have access to such an innate, fervent fan base. When you add in the massive fan following Chris Hemsworth brings from Thor, Extraction, and the MCU, as well as the international tennis community that has watched Eala's quick ascent, you have three separate audiences coming together at once. It's a brilliant move from a business perspective. From a cultural perspective, it is quite poignant. Alexandra has already discussed the importance of representing her nation and how both her wins and losses have national ramifications. She has handled that responsibility with incredible poise at the age of 20, and now it may help bring the Philippines to the attention of the world's film industry. Viewers who have never heard of the Philippines or seen a WTA match may be introduced to the narrative via this movie. They may discover a new hero after falling down the Hemsworth rabbit hole. This initiative, in whatever form it takes, has the potential to do that, which is the power of narrative. For genuine tennis fans, however, the question of whether this would impair her playing is unavoidable. Can she lose on the court if she briefly replaces her racket with a script? It's a legitimate worry that merits careful consideration. Large-scale movie productions can take anywhere from 3 to 6 months, although they are seldom completed in a single block due to weather delays, reshoots, and pickups. Although athletes have previously balanced film professions with active sports careers, tennis has arguably the most demanding schedule of them, with 11 months spread over many countries and virtually no real off-season. But Alexandra Eala is prepared to deal with it in a special way. She has been managing a worldwide professional career since her teens, balancing sponsorships, media engagements, and appearances alongside her on-court schedule. She is meticulous, dedicated, and traveled overseas as a teenager to follow her goal. She possesses the mental toughness and organizational skills necessary to handle both a movie and tennis. Today's top athletes are multimedia brands just as much as their rivals. For example, Emma Raducanu creates advertising campaigns during the off-season, Coco Gauff oversees fashion campaigns and media appearances, and Naomi Osaka creates films while competing. Alexandra is just carrying that through to its logical, magnificent end. Better sponsorships, greater resources, and increased recognition are all possible benefits of this movie for her tennis career. More people watching Alexandra Eala's matches means more pressure, but it also means more drive, more inspiration, and more reasons to perform well. Anyone who has followed her career knows that she rises to the occasion rather than falters under pressure. In and of itself, The fan response to this news has been a spectacle. First camp. Internet exploded with Filipino supporters, the most vocal, patriotic, and emotionally committed bunch. Hours after the Harper's Bazaar piece was published, Alex Eala World Domination became popular. Normally post-match clips, fan accounts started spreading movie info, making fan posters, and writing heartfelt messages on the significance of this time for Filipino representation in international culture. Simply put, one tweet said, "From Manacor to Hollywood. My heart," which was retweeted hundreds of thousands of times, encapsulated the community's tremendous joy and enthusiasm. Camp 2. Tennis purists are a little concerned that any distraction would halt Eala's ascent after seeing her go from 140th to 40th in less than a year. They have legitimate and reasonable concerns. This narrative also reflects a larger trend. The distinction between public celebrity and top athlete has been blurring more quickly than ever before. By displaying their personalities, lifestyles, and fashion choices alongside their athletic accomplishments, social media has automatically turned athletes into content makers. Whether they realize it or not, everything that athletes do these days, their personalities, relationships, and appearances, is marketing material. Building multimedia empires outside of their sport, several have taken advantage of this. However, Alexandra Eala is taking a different approach. Instead of participating in Fashion Week or sharing sponsored material, she's embracing Hollywood and co-starring in a big-budget film alongside one of the highest-paid actors in the world. Her tennis career is at its height, but this is a true creative and professional commitment that demands vulnerability, learning a whole new trade, and turning up every day on a brutal, competitive film set with no assurance of success. She is now ranked 40th in the world, recently advanced to the main draw of the Australian Open, is competing in Dubai, has Grand Slams coming up, and has a real chance of getting into the top 20. It would be safe to concentrate only on tennis, but Alexandra has never taken the easy route. She traveled to Spain as a youngster, defeated Iga Swiatek as a wild card, and has continuously performed incredible feats. In addition to her own accomplishments, this movie has significant ramifications for Asian women in Hollywood. A Filipino lady co-starring with a Western A-list celebrity is a door barely opened, despite the fact that Crazy Rich Asians and Everything Everywhere All at Once demonstrated what is possible for Asian-led films. If the movie is a success, it will serve as a model and evidence that this casting is effective, which will be a landmark that producers in the future may use to approve movies starring Asian women. This is a legacy, cultural effect, and influence that might continue for decades and goes far beyond rankings, trophies, or individual tennis outcomes. Alexandra Eala is getting ready to take on Hailey Baptiste in what looks to be an exciting first-round match today, February 15th, in Dubai. She's focused, grounded, and playing some of her best tennis ever after making it to the quarterfinals in Abu Dhabi, where she pulled off one of the most spectacular comebacks of early 2026. At the same time, she's on the verge of becoming a Hollywood star. She said she will co-star in a big movie with Chris Hemsworth in a historic Harper's Bazaar interview. Hemsworth is presently riding the wave of Crime 101, getting ready to play Thor again in Avengers, Doomsday, filming Subversion, and recently signed on for Cockroach. Hemsworth described Alex as brilliant and magnetic, and the perfect choice. Whether the movie is action, drama, science fiction, or a genre-defying combination, it promises to be something absolutely unique. Alex is one of the most bankable performers in Hollywood. It may seem like a fever dream, a comic novel title, or the most brilliant casting choice in sport-to-film history, but the Filipina ace and the god of thunder is true. The girl who carried her country's hopes on her shoulders since she was barely old enough to drive, who won the US Open Juniors, and who defeated the world number 2 as a wild card is now going to bring them to the big screen. She will definitely smash that overhead as well, I'm sure of it. Leave your most outrageous guesses in the comments section below. Is she portraying a tennis prodigy who has been enlisted by a secret agency in an action spy thriller? Her athletic instincts are her sole tool in a survival drama? A science fiction adventure in which athletics decides one's fate? Or about a grim crime thriller along the lines of Crime 101, where Ella's accuracy and discipline clash with Hemsworth's dark world? Please share your ideas. In my upcoming video, I'll spotlight the finest. Do you think Alexandra Eala is unique enough to be good at both at the same time, or are you concerned that this would keep her off the court for too long? Her life demonstrates that she takes criticism as motivation when it is given to her. Click the like button if this video inspired you, thrilled you, made you feel proud, or made you rush to watch Ella's Miami highlights from the previous year. Eala serves for the set with a forehand winner at 5-4. Every story like this one starts on Cortaiva Tennis, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss the next shocking revelation. This tennis has been Cortaiva. I'll definitely see you in the movies, and I'll see you on the court.